Leicester Fainga'anuku will return to New Zealand in 2026. RC Toulon back Leicester Fainga'anuku will return to New Zealand in 2026 and reignite his All Blacks career under ex-Crusaders boss Scott Robertson. The Crusaders confirmed the return of the 24-year-old ahead of the 2026 Super Rugby Pacific season as he signs a 2-year deal with the Christchurch-based outfit. Fainga'anuku left the Crusaders following the conclusion of the 2023 Super Rugby Pacific season, joining Toulon after the Rugby World Cup with the All Blacks. The versatile back, who is just as comfortable on the wing as he is at center, shone during his first season at Toulon, scoring 9 tries in 14 appearances. However, he has opted to leave the club at the conclusion of his contract to chase an international recall in Robertson's All Blacks team, having been a pivotal player for Razor during their time at the Crusaders. If you are a fan of All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. At the end of the 2022 season, Fainga'anuku was the joint top try scorer for the competition alongside Severis and Will Jordan. The following year, he scored 13 tries in 13 appearances in the 2023 Super Rugby Pacific competition and was crowned the top try scorer, playing a crucial role in securing a 7th straight Super Rugby title for the Red and Black. Although very well integrated in Toulon, Leicester motivated his decision to return by the opportunity to apply for a place in the New Zealand squad, with an eye on the next Rugby World Cup, according to a statement released by Toulon. Fainga'anuku made his test debut for the All Blacks in 2022 against Ireland and featured 6 more times for the side, scoring 5 tries, including 1 in the quarter-final success at the World Cup. The Crusaders are thrilled about Leicester's return, with Crusaders CEO Colin Mansbridge expressing his excitement. "We're of course excited to have Leicester come back into the fold here at the Crusaders for the 2026 season. He's an outstanding young man who has continued to show what a remarkable athlete he is during his time in Europe." Rob Penny, the Crusaders head coach, also highlighted the importance of Fainga'anuku's return to New Zealand rugby. "Leicester is a huge asset to any team he is a part of, so to have him back in Christchurch is really positive. He has plenty of years left to play at the top level, and we're all very pleased he's chosen to return to the Crusaders." With such a big move on the horizon, fans are already looking forward to seeing Leicester run out onto the new turf at One New Zealand Stadium when he rejoins the Crusaders for the 2026 season. His return will undoubtedly bring even more strength to the Crusaders squad. This exciting news comes alongside the All Blacks' ongoing Bledisloe Cup campaign. With the All Blacks already securing victory in the first match in Sydney, they look to wrap up the series in the upcoming clash against the Wallabies. If you're hyped about Leicester's return or the All Blacks season, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any updates from the All Blacks channel. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Leicester Fainga'anuku coming back to New Zealand? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's talk about it. In the second installment of Team of My Life, we sat down with Harlequins and England legend Nick Easter, as he walked us through his dream XVA team made up of the best players he's ever shared a field with or played against. It's an epic squad, filled with star power from all over the rugby world. Easter's selections will take you down memory lane with some of the greatest talents in rugby history. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. At fullback, he's got Jason Robinson from England. Easter describes Robinson as the most explosive runner he's ever seen across both rugby codes. At his best, he was like a McLaren F1 car off the mark, Easter said, highlighting how defenders had no chance if they squared up to him. Robinson's speed and agility were simply out of this world. On the right wing, it's Wales' Shane Williams. Easter said if Robinson was the McLaren, then Shane Williams was his Ferrari. A devastating finisher from the top drawer, Easter added. Shane Williams had a knack for getting the job done, and no team ever felt comfortable with him out wide. Brian O'Driscoll from Ireland slots in at outside center. In Easter's eyes, O'Driscoll was probably the most complete number 13 of all time. Not only could he tear teams apart with the ball in hand, but he could also mix it up in the breakdown like a forward. A true rugby genius. For inside center, Easter selected Francis Yannick Josian. An enabler for everyone around him, Josian had this incredible ability to create space for others. Although Easter struggled to choose between Josian and Manonu, he ultimately went with Josian because he faced him more often. On the left wing, there's none other than Brian Habana from South Africa. Another absolute baller, Easter said. With Habana, Robinson, and Williams as his back three, Easter said it would have been pure box office watching them play together. At fly half, New Zealand's Dan Carter gets the nod. Easter confessed it was a tough call between Carter and Johnny Wilkinson. But when you think about Dan Carter in 2005, it's hard to ignore. Easter said Carter's gas and all-round game made him the more complete player, especially in that season. South Africa's Fourie du Preez is Easter's pick at scrum half. According to Easter, du Preez never quite got the attention he deserved in the Northern Hemisphere, but he was a master at orchestrating play. His kicking game was exceptional, and he could keep teams honest with his speed. At number 8, it's Georgia's Mamuka Gorgods, whom Easter described as the most physically powerful player he ever came up against. World-class in any of the back 5 positions, Gorgods' strength was enough to give anyone sleepless nights. At open-side flanker, Australia's David Pocock makes the cut. Known for being a clamp over the ball, Pocock was almost impossible to shift and was incredibly skilled across the park. Easter said Pocock was a real handful no matter where he played in the back row. On the blind side, South Africa's Juan Smith takes the spot. Easter said Smith was the most complete back row player head ever encountered. A tough runner, a hard tackler, and a superb line-out operator, Smith had it all. At lock, Easter selected Victor Matfield from South Africa. He praised Matfield as an athlete who was just as comfortable coming into the line as he was dominating lineouts. Alongside Matfield, at the other lock position, Easter picked Simon Shaw from England. Shaw was world-class but underused by England, according to Easter. A true rock of every pack he ever played in, and his record speaks for itself. At tight head prop, New Zealand's Carl Heyman changed the game for tight heads, according to Easter. Heyman's scrummaging was among the best, but there were moments when he transcended the typical perception of a front row forward. At hooker, Easter chose Bismarck du Plessis from South Africa. Like Heyman, du Plessis was in a class of his own. Easter said du Plessis was the best of the best when it came to hookers. Finally, at loose head prop, Easter selected England's Andrew Sheridan. Sheridan's performance at the 2007 Rugby World Cup, especially in the quarterfinal against Australia, was career-defining. He tore the Wallabies to shreds, and Easter said that game alone made Sheridan a powerhouse in his eyes. There you have it, Nick Easter's Team of My Life, brought to you by eToro, the official investing and trading partner of Premiership Rugby. Remember, if you're looking to invest smartly, check out eToro, where millions of UK investors are already making moves. If you love content like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. We've got more incredible rugby stories, news, and updates coming your way, and you won't want to miss out. So, what do you think about Nick Easter's Ultimate 15? Who would make your team? Let us know in the comments below.